So I am not going to be long. I always say that, right? Everybody says that. Why do we all say that? And we really don't mean to be. I really believe that most of the time, but y'all just be so dope and we can't help it. We got to talk to y'all for like hours, right? But I just wanted to share some plans for trying to get ready for the spring. Every year, it seems like my plans never go like I want them to. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but I don't know. It's like you spend all this time planning and it doesn't, half of the stuff you planned doesn't even happen. So anyway, hey, come on in, come on in. Who is that? Who are you? Candy's Container Gardening. Hi, from Zone 6A. Perfect. Yes, so where I am in Kentucky, we are considered Zone 7A now, but I've always said 6B, 7A because some literature has us listed as 6B, some has us listed as 7A. So I just stay right in that area. It's a good place to start. And as far as my hardiness zone goes, hi Wandy B, hello from 7B, hi. And so I just kind of roll with it. I wish we were a little bit higher, like 7B, 8A. That would be great. But Kentucky weather, I'm sure most of y'all experienced, especially in the last year. But Kentucky weather is always up in the air. I'm in the valley, so we get. I mean, right now it's wintertime, right? But we can get 60-degree temperatures one day and then be in the 20s the next day. It's just crazy. Um, so, and this wasn't on the topic of discussion, but maybe one day I'll do something like, where we talk about climate change a little. Um, and this subject, I was really boring to me at first, and not sexy at all. Until I started to notice, like, well, maybe some people are onto something. Like, maybe these people are onto something, right? So I'm like, man, there are some things in the world that you'll never, ever, ever be able to explain, right? Um, and and I'm okay with that. It's just, but some things just seem too odd to be, it's like, I don't think he made that up. I think he might be on something. And so I don't know. And it's a taboo subject as well, controversial as well, because a lot of people don't feel like climate change is happening, or want to admit it, or that maybe the government has some things to do with climate change. Girl, I don't know all this stuff. I'm just learning about it, so I'm kind of, but my little antennas are like, hmm. So yep, here's her debut for the video.
Little bit, girl farmer.
Can you say hello to everyone?
Hello, everybody.
Hey, they say, hey, what's up?
I got this hungry hippos from McDonald's in my Happy Meal. It's so cool.
Yes, we went out to eat today, or not out, but yeah, no, out and back at the house. The hubby went and picked up some, and we don't do. I mean, we have definitely cut back lately, but you know, sometimes it just feels good not to clean the kitchen. What are the like two rooms in the house? Miss Candy says hello, little bit girl farmer. Can you say hi, Miss Candy?
I wonder why your name is Candy.
I don't know. But
I'll eat you if your name is Candy. I love candy.
Okay, go on, girl. Get.
Can I show her my hungry
Yes,
hippo?
real quick. She's gonna show you the hungry hippo.
So
game.
I already know the game, but first I get beat.
Well, why don't you show them and then you go work on the game? Just show them the game.
This is the game.
You gotta get real close.
I'm 5 years old.
That's your real name, Candy? She said that's her real name. Hungry Hippo. Just some little game she got in her McDonald's meal. No, no, no. Don't do that. Get down. Get down. Oh, get down. Okay.
my leg.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Go. Go, go, go. Love you. Okay. Tell me two rooms in your house that you hate to clean. Because y'all, I'm on it. When I tell you I can't stand to clean the bathroom, but I don't like to go or use a dirty, nasty bathroom. Lord have mercy. I could barely use public bathrooms before COVID. Now that COVID has happened, oh my God. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I will almost pee myself before I get out and try to stop somewhere and use the bathroom. Woo! You had hungry hippo as a kid. Hey Danielle, hey. What are two rooms in your house that you hate to clean? So the bathroom's one, and then the kitchen's the other. Like I hate washing dishes, but I love it at the same time. Actually, washing dishes is not bad. Like it really helps me to relieve stress. I don't. I don't. You think about a lot of things when you're just sitting there doing, something over and over. But it's the amount of dishes. Like it be taking me because my husband cooks a lot. He cooks a lot and he makes big messes. And I'm not complaining about the cooking because he does a great job. I'm just saying it's the cleaning up part. And I don't always clean up like the night of the dishes when they all get dirty. And our kitchen is like a galley kitchen, so it's not that much room to be like cleaning up behind him as he's cooking. So I don't do that either. So I pay for it, and then I just don't be feeling like it. I just don't be feeling like it. Y'all know how that. Let's see. I had that as a kid. Let's see, the basement and the garage. Oh yeah. I very rarely go in the basement. Now this winter, usually in February, the end of February, I start growing indoors. But I'm trying. I said this year I wasn't gonna do that a whole lot, but I may have to do it just a bit. And then, but I want to transition from growing mostly outside. But yeah, the basement area is my husband and my kids area. Like I don't go down there, but mostly because I don't want to see the mess because it brings on all kinds of emotions. I don't mind washing dishes. I hate doing the floors and putting away laundry. Hello. And the refrigerator. Yeah, that refrigerator, honey. Yes, and then all the dishes that come from leftover food and stuff that you forgot that you had in there. Yeah, I get it. Yep. Hey, whoever's coming in the house, what's going on? So yeah, so I wanted to like somebody asked me, emailed me, and was like, "Can I see a picture of the baby?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute." It's ultrasound. They all look the same to me. I don't know. But yes, I'm gonna show y'all a picture of the baby. And then we'll move on with the topic of discussion. Oh, before I do that though, can everyone that feels comfortable, go ahead and type in what zone you are in, what hardiness zone, so 6A, 6B, 5A, whatever it is, and what state you're in, and write yes if you have a YouTube channel. Write yes if you have a YouTube channel, and then your hardiness zone. That'd be great. So here is baby girl. There she is. Yep. And these are taken, pretty early. When they start taking pictures, like 18 weeks. But that's her. Yep, she's in there. So we're excited. Little Big R Farmer wanted a baby sister, so she's got it. Um, Dad wasn't too. I mean, he's cool with it, but to have a girl and a boy would have been kind of dope. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you so much. Okay, so Danielle. Oh, and cleaning the oven. You know what? That's almost one thing. I was talking to my husband about that today. I was like, we don't ever dust in here. If I do dust, it might be twice a year. Like I don't, and that's bad because we all have allergies. So that's not helping. I don't know why dusting is like never in the forefront of my mind to do. Washing the windows, cleaning up the dishes, picking up stuff off the floor, vacuuming. I vacuum. I can vacuum twice a day. If I really felt up to it, maybe 3 times. Like I love vacuum cleaners. But cleaning the oven, that is something I don't do. I really haven't done since we lived in this house. Now my husband's cleaned it a couple times, but I have not cleaned the oven, and I don't want to. I don't want to. So I agree. I agree with you. So Danielle's in zone 8A in Washington. No channel yet. Hello. Do it. Do it, Danielle. Chris is in 6B, Kentucky. Hey, Chris. Kansas City, Missouri, 6A. Not the active. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Miss Candy. Pit stop. Hey, what's going on? Hey. I just asked everyone if they wouldn't mind putting in, if you feel comfortable, what state you're in, what zone you are in, and if you have a channel, just write yes. That'd be great. Yeah.
Mom, you download Yoshi's Crafted World.
In a bit when I'm done. Okay. I will help you. I promise. All right. Pinky swear. Bye. Love you. Okay. So, topic of discussion. Okay. Pit Stop says she's in 9A Las Vegas. Hello. Okay. And yes. Okay, great. Great. So, what are y'all doing? In zone 6B, it's still cold, right? Every day. And we might be, I don't know what we're in today, what the weather is, maybe in the 50s. It feels a little bit warmer outside, but the nights are literally low 30s into the 20s most of the time. This is probably the most winter that we've had in a couple of years. Like we've had a few snow days. There's been a couple of days that the snow has stuck. um 2 days ago, I think it snowed pretty much all day, but it didn't stick. But this is, I think, the most winter we've had in a long time. As far as the temperatures not being wacky, like I said, Kentucky weather in the valley, it can be 61 day and 20 degrees another day. So, great taste in games. Well, thank you. Yes, she is a gamer like her dad. She loves to play games. Um, Let's see. I have been getting my winter sewing together. Yes. So winter sewing, I love it. Winter sewing is tremendously incredible. Like I love it. Um, I started winter sewing, I think 3 years ago, and it worked out really well. I mean, just like with anything, you don't have 100% like success rate, but I feel like more so than not, I had tons and tons and tons of seedlings. So I did not have to go to the store and purchase much of anything. I may have purchased 2 plants since I've started winter sowing. So I love it. I love it. This year, I did not do a good job collecting containers. I'm still going to do some, but yeah, I didn't do a good job collecting containers at all. I do have a greenhouse this year that I bought online on Amazon. And I think it's a 10, no, 12. Don't have me lying, y'all. Is it 10 by 7 by 7? 12 by 7. I don't know. Something like that. It's either 10 feet long or 12 feet long. I think it's 12 feet long. And I plan on utilizing that very, very soon. So I'll start planting every year up until last year. I started planting in February. And this year, and I started flowers in January. I'm not going to do that this year. I'm going to start flowers at the end of February. And the flowers that I grow, what are some flowers that y'all have to have in your gardens? Even if it's just, I mean, obviously I'm talking about edible gardens, vegetable gardens, fruit, herbs, all that kind of thing, your kitchen gardens. What type of flowers do you all still like to grow? And why do you grow at least one of them? Tell me why you at least grow one of them. Because for one, I'm trying to get some ideas about some different varieties too. I really want to brand my farm as being in my garden as being all edible, like all edible crops. So even the flowers, like you can, and by edible I mean if you can steep it, if you can consume it safely, that's what it is. So um, I did not know for a long time that marigolds were actually edible. And so I grow marigolds every year, and I do use them for pest pressure issues with my tomato plants and peppers and things like that. Some people swear against it. Some people say it doesn't work at all. Some people have mixed feelings. I have mixed feelings about marigolds. More so than not, they have treated me pretty well. I think that's what's keeping the pests away. Um, I've probably had, and this year I say it and then have tons of them, but I've only had three hornworms, tomato hornworms, in my garden since I started gardening. And I knew what they were because when I was raised on a farm as a kid, those hornworms would also be on the tobacco crops. So I was very familiar with that type of pest. Danielle says, I haven't sown anything outside but started seeds on the last full moon. Don't know why people do that, but I tried it. So I'm not the moon stuff. So I'm aware of that practice, but I have not engaged in making sure that and that is an old um what's the word? People didn't just make that up. That has been that technique, yeah, has been used for centuries, generations. Okay, but I have not really engaged in trying to understand that. So I think I might do a little bit more research on that. But thank you for sharing. And then Candy says, check the recycling center in your area for containers. I know, right? And I recycle everything, almost everything. I mean, we have a lot of water bottles and a lot of plastic bags. Um, and I've been saving like smaller containers, but I really like the gallon jug containers. Like those seem to be best for me. Even the little carryout containers you can get, I mean, hundreds of little lettuce seedlings from that. Like it doesn't have to be. I am a believer in reduce, reuse, recycle. If you look at my channel when I first started, I mean, you can tell that I just nickel and dime and use what I can to save money. Okay. Now that I'm kind of moving a little bit into just I'm easing my way, my little big toe, dipping in the water a little bit into being a little bit more professional with the growing. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't know. So I purchased some nursery pots this year, and that is out of my normal behavior because I usually use solo cups and styrofoam cups and then whatever else I got laying around the house. But because I my hope is that people come to me this year in larger numbers than they have in the past to buy. I kind of want everything to look kind of uniform. So, and with the plastic solo cups, I have to poke holes in those or cut holes. And if I just buy the nursery pots, they're already there. So it cuts down on work. And for this year, it means a lot to me to cut down on as much work as possible because I'm about to have this baby. So even though I got a few people that, I got about 7 growers that said they were going to help me. I still wanted to kind of cut down on the work and the maintenance. So that's just me. I don't know. I know my clients don't care what they come in. I mean, I've sold them to them in cups and styrofoam and solo cups before. And not really the name brand solo cups. I go to Dollar Tree and get them cups. You can get like 40 cups for $1. Okay. And so I get the off brand solo cups, but they all work just fine. So I was thinking about that. But I just kind of, since people have been donating money, just slipping me some stuff here and there, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna actually spend some money this year. I hate spending money. Like I am as tight as they come, but I will if I need to move forward. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like I need to do some things to move forward, especially in this business and what I'm trying to do. Now, do you have to? No. Okay. Plenty of farmers, growers, they go to farmers markets and they have their plants in solo cups. I feel like you do what you want to do. I just said I'm stepping out and trying some things. If I don't like it, if I feel like it's not worth it to me, then I'm not doing it next year. I sure won't. Okay, but that's just where I am. Let's see. Okay, so I asked about flowers and stuff. Danielle says I haven't sold anything outside. Okay, I just read that. And then check the recycling. Okay, Chris says sunflowers. He loves them. He wants to grow them. I plant them every year, and every year the daggone squirrels or something chomps them right down. Okay, so I'm gonna try to plant more. I want a bed like specifically for sunflowers, and I plan to plant about 50 to 100 of them and see if that will work. If I could get like half of them to just pop up and live, that would be great. So any tips for planting sunflowers would be great because squirrels or something, like it literally looks like they come by and just go chomp like that right in half. Even the stem is like slanted. It almost looks like somebody comes through and goes like that. But I know it's the squirrels because we have tons of them around here. This is my only second season, and last year I only grew nasturtiums. Great crop to grow. I've grown nasturtiums 2 times. I really like the way they look, and they're also edible. Okay, they're also edible, and so and then like they reseed themselves very easily as well. Um, Also, I learned that nasturtiums are a trap crop for aphids, and it did work for me one year. Okay, when I actually paid attention to what I was doing. So if you plant lettuces, crops that use a lot of nitrogen, um, like lettuces, any greens, peas, things like that, plant some nasturtiums nearby, and the aphids may go for the nasturtiums versus getting on your greens and things. You may see a few, but it might not be as big as of a mess. Zinnias, I love zinnias, and somebody just mentioned that. Candy, love zinnias. Like every year, they will be in my garden because I cannot live without them. They are so dope. And the butterflies, when I tell you, I get so many blacktail swallowtail. Is that a black swallowtail butterflies and everything? Like, oh, they just love them. And the bees, honey, echinacea is another I love, or the cornflower. The bees, oh, love it. And I love, and the big old bumblebees, they let me get real close to them. So like I love filming the bees working. They magic, and the butterflies too. Oh my god, it's just I love zinnias so much. Danielle says also this year I'm growing chamomile. Yes, that's great, and it will reseed too if you allow it to. African daisy is beautiful. Calendula, everybody talks about calendula. Calendula is edible as well. I've never grown it, but I do have some seeds. Somebody gifted me some this year, so I'm thinking about that too. I think there's one more. She's gonna think about it. Candy agrees with the calendula, the chamomile, nasturtiums, marigolds, all good for teas. Yes, ma'am. And zinnia as well. Pitt said, "I hope I never see those alien-looking things." Oh, are you talking about the aphids or the hornworms? I can't remember what I was talking about. Pitts. Let's see. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Hey, Diva, but I'm here. Thank you for coming. Let's see. Danielle, I hate cleaning, period. Okay, she's going back in the chat and reading. Yeah, we were talking about cleaning. 2 rooms in the house that we absolutely hate to clean. Chris says, I'm trying soil blocks for the first time this year. Yes, soil blocks. I've never used soil blocks. But I heard that it's a great investment. You do save a lot of money. So I'm down for trying it. I just don't have the tools. Let's see. I may buy some trays this year, but I still been reusing my foil pans. I love foil pans. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I did buy trays. So I have trays with holes in them. The 10 by 20 flats is what I heard they're called. But I always call them trays too. So I do have some with holes in them, some without holes, because I'm also going to dab my toe into trying to farm more microgreens this year. I've done it before, but I really want to that would be my fall winter crop next year, or this year, in the fall. So I'm trying to get a hang of that, and I've bought grow lights for my grow room, but I haven't decided if I want to expand the growing area that I already have, or if I want to use those lights to start the microgreen farm. So I haven't made up my mind yet. But the lights I purchased were from Hidden Harvest Grow Lights. He has a channel on here. If y'all want to check him out, he didn't sponsor. I bought those. But I've been marketing his, or not marketing, but talking about how much I love his lights for a long time. So I won a light in one of his giveaways. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna go do it again. I might. Okay, I think it's gone away. But I like his lights. I think they're pretty dope. The hornworm. Okay, Fitz. Yeah, they are quite. So my grandfather used to have us pick them off the tobacco crop and put them in a bucket, and he would put some leaves in there so it would eat it. You know, they would have something to eat. But then he would take them back. We collected so many that he would just take them back and put them in those styrofoam bait containers. You know what I'm saying? And he would sell them at his bait shop. My grandparents also own a pay lake, and that's what he would do. He would sell them as bait. Yep, for like $2 a container. Um, let's see. Okay, y'all moving now. Let me go back up a little bit. I may buy some trays. Okay, that's what Diva said. Chris said, and then you have microgreen seed once the flowers go to seed. Yes, that's true. With the sunflowers, great. And sunflower heads, I mean, especially the mammoth ones, they produce tons of seeds. I harvested three sunflowers that my mom grew. They were all mammoth, and I think, well, two of them I think were mammoth. One I think was a black oil sunflower. It might have been a mammoth. I can't remember. But anyway, I got like 3 bags of those Ziploc bags about that big, full of seeds, because that's all I had. I'm sure if I just put it in one big bag, it would have filled that whole bag. So, but yes, I love that idea. Grow and then harvest your seed. And that's something I do too. I plan to do every year. Last year, my backyard was pretty much my seed collection crops. And so I collected tons of greens, tons of brassicas. And then of course I had tomatoes and stuff like that too. But I love collecting seed. I love it. And it cuts down on expenses later on, you know, too. Um, Wanda B says, I want to plant some sunflowers too. Our neighbor behind us put down chemicals to kill weeds along the fence line. So I will use them to clean my soil near the fence. Good idea. I love it. The squirrels can have it. Foster families in the house. What's going on? I could have swore I supported your channel because I was looking for that. You're the one with the new land purchase, right? Foster family. And I couldn't find it to save my life. And I don't know why. And I could have swore so let me do that real quick. Let me look. Because I could have swore I pulled your channel. Yep, it's in my search. And I'm supporting. I don't know why I couldn't find it before. Foster family. Because I still haven't looked at that video. I was thinking about that today. And I was like, what? I can't remember who it was. So okay, thank you for coming in. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. I've just used T5s that are 6,500. Okay, so you're talking about the grow lights. Now, you gotta tell everybody what these numbers mean, Chris. Okay, so anybody interested in expanding their grow light system or getting one grow room started in your home? Okay, and people use the grow lights outside too, but not very often. Okay, they do, but not very often. So you can do that. But most people find an area in the house, okay, and or basement, or a room somewhere, okay, and then hook up these lights so you can grow. The light mimics the sunlight, of course. And my understanding is that you have to have a light that's going to give you, you know, LEDs can be used, fluorescents can be used. Everybody has their opinions about those. I use a full spectrum lighting. That's Hidden Harvest Grow Lights is full spectrum. And I know the K means Kelvin. And so that's all I got for you. Okay. And maybe we could do, I've done a few videos on grow lights, but like I can do some more. Or T8. So T5s and T8s are the models of the lights, the brand. But most people use T5s, is what I'm hearing. Save your grow lights for plants that need more full spectrum lighting. Micros don't need full spectrum. Yes, it's true. It's true. They don't need much at all. I mean, you can leave them in the dark for a long time and they germinate and still leave them in the dark. And then once they push up, pretty significantly, then you can put them in the light. But they don't really need a lot of light. That's why I like grow lights. Like you can use a windowsill for all I care, to grow anything. If you have a south facing windowsill or a window that just gets a lot of light during the day, use your windowsill, honey. You don't have to start with a grow light. Don't let people talk you into the height. Okay. You use what you have first and then go from there. Um YouTube will play you like that. I've searched my own name and it didn't come up. I have done that to you, Diva. I have searched you before and it won't come up. That happens often. Yes, it does. 6500K is just the color of the light. That type is a daylight type of bulb. Yeah, the K stands for Kelvin, though. I do know that. As opposed to something like a soft light bulb, right? Soft light bulbs, you can do it, but I most people don't. Those are the models T5, T8. It is just the size of the bulb. It is a long fluorescent bulb. Yes, and a lot of people buy those metal shelving units, and use two grow lights on each level or whatever, or not each level, but every other, because you have the tray sitting on. I guess y'all know what I'm trying to say. So the two lights cover the whole shelf, right? Um, some people use one, but I mean it's your prerogative, I guess. Um, it is just the size of the bulb. Okay. People will have you spend your 401k on gardening supplies. Honey, they will. They will. And sometimes I feel like I can, but I can't at the same time, you know what I'm saying? But yes, you so right. I'm close to dipping in my 401k. You close to dipping into your 401k for gardening supplies. That's so great. I love it. Don't do that. Please don't do that. There is a 10% tax penalty. Okay. If you withdraw money from your retirement accounts before 59 and a half. Don't get me started. Please don't do that. I love it though. I love it. Oh, that is so funny. So, what are some things that you are doing now to prepare for the spring? So, I tried to do as much garden work as I possibly could, and then I got sick because we found out I was having this baby, right? Actually, I was sick before I found out that I was pregnant. I had an inkling. That's the reason why I was sick, but I was like, and that was just right around the time like where everything was numbers were extremely high with COVID, and I was so convinced that I was sick, but I was trying to keep myself together. It wasn't COVID. I was clearly pregnant. I'm clearly growing a child. So, and I did show the baby before at the beginning of the video. So if you haven't seen it, you can go back and look. Looks like most ultrasounds, but so but so I did as much work as I could. Had some people helping me. But and then recently we just purchased wood so I can build some beds. I don't even really know how many beds are out there for real. I think I might have. No, don't have me lying. It's anywhere between 8 and how many raised beds is out there? The new ones. 8. Okay. And my hubby helped me put those together. And then I had somebody come over and help me cardboard most of them down. I was supposed to get a delivery of leaves so I could put it at the bottom of them before I order my compost. I just like to fill the garden beds up with as much as I can before leaves, paper, food scraps, toilet paper rolls, um, whatever that I can find that's organic matter, grass clippings, whatever I can find to fill those beds up before I put my soil in because it just helps with expenses. And then plus that stuff will break down anyway. And we're all gold. You have like a lot of organic matter. Cardboard is great. It's organic matter as well. The worms love it. The roly polies love it. Termites love it. Now I hope you don't have termite issues, but we've had a few of those issues around town. But but it's all good. It's all good. And then thank you, Pitt. And then we fill up the garden beds with our soil mix. Um, and that's another good question. Anybody have like a soil mix that you just hand down love? Some people just put compost in their garden beds. That's it, right? They may do 4 to 6 inches. Some do 8 inches. My beds are 10 inches deep. And these that I just got this year, but my previous beds are not that deep. But this year, if I can get everything filled up on time, I will be working with 8 10-inch beds, 10-inch deep. They are 4 by 8 inches, are 4 by 8 feet long. I stretched it to 4. I wouldn't recommend that you go any further, like the width of the bed be any further than 4 feet, because then you can't reach and grab comfortably, okay, on either side. So I would prefer that, yeah, 3 to 4 feet wide, and then you can do it as long as you want. I know she's coming in here with all kinds of stuff. She's been coming in here with games and all kind. Girl, I just kind of. Okay, bye, Danielle. Okay, thank you for catching the replay. My soil mix is whatever's free. I know that's right. Oh, tip if you don't know already, if you go to Lowe's, because I frequent Lowe's, and that's the only reason why I'm calling them out. They're not sponsoring this video at all. I just feel like it's a good deal. So I look for bags that have holes in them, because you can get them like half off or less than half off. I've purchased a few for $1. The cashier was really nice to me. Toward the end of the season, though, last year they were $3. Like if I found a bag, she wouldn't give me that dollar. She was giving me a $3 bag that cost $10 to $12. So I definitely took it. Yep, busted bags. But you got to, when you get to the counter, you just gotta say, hey, these bags got hole in them. I get half off, right? Okay, that's all you gotta say, and they be like, yep. Chris says, I love Pro Mix. Well, this year is my first year using Pro Mix. I'm excited about it, Chris. I can't wait to see how it works. But I'm also looking at ordering bulk compost from a local supplier. Me too. And I ordered bulk compost last year from a company, and I don't think I ordered from them again. So I wanted to try somebody new. But the thing with the new people is you have to I think you have to purchase 4 cubic yards before they'll deliver. And then their delivery fee is $100 or more. So depending on where you live or how far you live from there, but it starts at the low price of $100. So yeah, I'm trying to. So these are some things that I'm planning, y'all. I love the Square Foot Gardening book. I bought the book last year, but I used to rent it out from the library, and then watch tons of videos on YouTube about square foot gardening. If you have like just a small kitchen garden, you want to get more of your crops in a small space, I absolutely recommend Square Foot Gardening. It's great. Some other things that I do as I'm planning for the spring is I do a floor plan, I guess a garden plan, a design of how and where I want my crops. This year I have an idea, but I'm not doing the whole, because last year when I did it, nothing was where it was supposed to be. This year I've narrowed down the number of crops that I'm growing. So I went from like 24 to 30 crops, different varieties and all that, to 8. So, and that is for marketing purposes, just trying to find my niche, because really I'm such a small farmer. I don't have the space to grow everything. I really don't. And so I need to pick some things that are profitable as well, as far as my business is concerned. So that's kind of why I've narrowed it down. So I will have my fruit trees. I do plan to purchase fruit trees this year. I have a few that have died. but I still want to build my orchard. So outside of that, I'm going to grow 8 crops, and that's it. That is it. Um, and but in doing that, I have looked at tons and tons and tons of seed catalogs, and I love, love, love shopping for seeds. I mean, it's so addictive, right? So I don't remember asking for this, but I got a catalog in the mail from Seeds and Such. I don't mind sharing where I purchased my seeds at. So if anybody wants to know after this, Baker Creek also, I request their catalog every year just because they have really great pictures and stories and things in here. I don't purchase them from them though. I have never purchased the seed packet from Baker Creek, and I probably never will. I just like to receive their catalog. It's free. This one's free. Now the full catalog costs some money, okay, but this catalog is free. Okay. And I just went online and asked for it. And they sent them pretty quick this year. Baker Creek seeds they're expensive. And you like for 3 seeds, they'd be like $18. I'm like, no, ma'am, no, sir. Mm-mm. Again, I got close to purchasing because I really wanted these purple peppers. They're called an Oda pepper and the fish pepper. That was the other one. So 2. I got real close, but then I had a friend on YouTube because he's so dope, gave me some seeds. So I ended up not even purchasing from there. Johnny's Selected Seeds is another one that I have purchased from, and I did this year. They are pretty pricey though, but I'm not nickel and diamond bags. I'm purchasing dime bags. I'm not doing that. I am buying in bulk. And so that's kind of why I went for them first. And they have a lot of organic seed as well. And then I never purchased from this company, but I got their seed catalog. So Young Seed and Plants, if y'all are interested in just different companies out there. So I definitely get my seed list together, and I really start planning my seed list like purchases back in, man, it was like October when I was like, okay, I need to look at these seeds. And I really got a lot of my purchasing done, like period, for my garden by the end of December, because everybody now is purchasing for their garden, including nurseries. And so I purchased, yeah, I try to get my stuff earlier in the season, in the fall or late fall, early winter. So I could be done. Let's see. Who did you buy from last year? I text you that. I'll text you. Chris. You do it different than me. I simply take the busted bags, put them on the cart, and proceed to my car. If they stop me, I pay half. If they don't, I don't. David, don't be recommending that people steal. Lord have mercy. This girl right here, y'all. I love Baker Creek salad. Yes, I love that catalog. I mean, I that, I just wish they would feature a lot of these fruits and veggies and things that they market, um, and just really tell where they came from and the stories, like the true stories behind some of the stuff. I had my issues with their catalog, but as far as looking at the pictures and how beautiful the catalog is, it is a gorgeous catalog. And then I'm always like, oh my god, what is that? It's really cool to see all the rare vegetables and things like that. So I really like to look at it, but I just haven't bought myself to purchase. And some people, like, that's the only company they purchase from is Baker Creek. And the website is not bakercreek.com, it's rareseeds.com. So but yeah. I also didn't order. Let's see, where is Missy when I need her? I didn't recommend that. I simply started my method. You stated your method. Oh, that's farm industry as a whole. No one is telling the deeper stories or the true sourcing. No, they don't. And whatever. We all know why. Hi. He done stole my phone charger. Mm. Just be taking stuff from me. He's gonna be in meetings all evening. He's headed to school board stuff. He's on the school board. Y'all know that. When we were campaigning, I shared that with y'all. So what else do y'all do to prepare for the spring? My state has a little publication called the Home Vegetable Gardening in Kentucky publication, and one of the universities that puts these like the main university, I think, in our state that puts these publications out is called University of Kentucky. And but literally, if you look for, it should say the cooperative extension service in your state, in your area, they will have publications like this. So it will tell you like everything from how to water, when is a good time to plant certain crops, because of your zone, pest control, how to prepare your garden site, testing your soil. I mean, just your soil pH, adjusting the pH. This one even has like for crops, like it says beans, and then it gives you kind of a rundown of the bean crop, and then how to space, the diseases to expect, the blight, the bacterial issues to expect, dampening off, all these things, rust, uh, how to harvest the bean, like it's just general information, right? Diseases, insects, how to um, set up a irrigation, how you can set up irrigation so you don't have to hand water all the time. Like, it's a great publication, so I do use this. I reference it as I'm planning. I also use an app called From Seed to Spoon. From Seed to Spoon, and they actually have a channel on here, and they developed an app, him and his wife. He was like depressed and had all these anxiety issues and all this stuff, and just needed to get his health better. She's a nurse. I'm pretty sure. I don't think she's an MD. I think she's a nurse. But anyway, he was experiencing all these health issues. So their app not only tells you like when to plant, where to plant, how many to plant. They even use the square foot method, and give you calculation of how many bean plants you can plant in a square foot. It's really dope. But they also, like, you can type in your ailment. So if you have arthritis, and they'll give you a list of plants or a list of crops to grow to help with that ailment. So I really like that app. So I use that as well when planning for my spring or for the next growing season. Um, let's see. I told him, you said, hey, Diva, I have some more beds going in, shaking my head. So I have to do those. Are you going to continue to use the tires? Or are you going to do another cinder block bed? Because that cinder block bed was dope. It was so big and pretty when you finished it. It was so big and pretty. And I have one little cinder block bed, but yours was huge. It was huge and massive. And fill them and plant them. Okay. I'm also raking like crazy to make leaf mold. Yeah. And I don't even care if the leaf mold is done. I just put the leaves in because it's like the best organic matter that you could ever have in your garden is leaves. And a lot of people pack them suckers up and set them on the curb for pickup. And I'd be going right behind them and picking them up, honey. Yeah, this year I haven't done that much. It's just been different season this fall and winter. But any other time, honey, I would be bagging leaves or picking up bags of leaves off the side of the road because it's like the best stuff. I'm doing another cinder block bed. Okay, probably two. Wait until you see how it looks now that it is split. Okay, you split it. Did you already do a video about that, or did I miss it? About splitting your cinder block raised bed. Some other things that I do to get ready for the spring is I pray, because what I'm finding out is, hey, Bessiette, what's going on? And this is just what I do. And the more I've been reading this book called Farming While Black, by Leah Penniman, I have just been, we just take so much for granted. Even the fact that we plant a seed and expect it to grow, right? Like I know these seeds will grow. all I gotta do was what I'm supposed to do, and they will grow. And it's like I feel like there's a little bit more to it than that. So this year, I think I not only do I pray that my crops grow and that everybody has bountiful like harvest, right? Abundance. But I want to be more intentional about it this year. Like I really like thank you for allowing this crop to even sprout. Like to experience that moment because when I see seeds come up or seeds sprout, um and you see these little seedlings, it just never gets old to me. I don't care how I've been doing this for 5 years, 6 years, almost 6 years, and it it's incredible feeling when you plant a seed and then watch this thing grow, and especially when those seeds are so tiny, and then it grows into this massive plant. It's just amazing to me. And I mean, just I can't even. Sometimes it makes me want to. I mean, I just get so emotional about it because I'm just like, oh my god, because that's what I see. I see God everywhere, and it's incredible. And I just feel that energy, and it's so dope. It's just so serene and calming and peaceful and exciting at the same time. And I just love it. And so anyway, I'm just this year I'm going to be more intentional about giving thanks every time I plant a seed, every time I see something sprouting, every time I harvest, every time we eat it, of course. When I share it, thank you, Lord, for allowing me to share my crops with people. When people purchase, thank you, God, for sending it this way because they are, supporting me right now, and I'm so grateful for that. Like I just want to be more intentional about giving thanks. Period. Um, this year in the garden. Because it's due. And then, Leah Penniman talks about thanking our ancestors and all that kind of thing. I don't have to. I'm not saying that's over the top because I don't believe it's over the top. I just haven't ever. Those words have never come out of my mouth. Thank you. Bless the ancestors or ancestors. Please help me at this time. I don't talk that way, but I appreciate that. Like I can totally appreciate that energy. So I'm just yeah, I'm just kind of taking it all in as this book has really got me just very proud, and I was already proud of who I am and where I come from. And everybody has their darkness, the things you don't like to talk about in your family and things like that. But overall, like the big picture, the historical aspects, the legacy, that piece, like I am just so proud to be Black in America. And then on top of that, to that my ancestors, my, you know, that have died, even the people I didn't even know in my lineage, have paved the way, have went through so much stuff to get to help us, get to the point that we are now. We still got a long way to go, but there will always be sin. So I think there will always be struggle in this country, in this world, in this life. But I just don't see that as a bad thing. It's just something that we have to deal with because that's the way it's the universe has been designed, I think. So anyway, I'm just trying to be more grateful, more aware, more intentional about giving thanks and gratitude this year. Really. Okay. Um, so that's a part of my planning as well. Just praying that I'm making the right moves, that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm telling enough information, that I'm keeping enough to myself, that I'm meditating, that I'm just keeping myself grounded. Um, I got at least 5 emails last week about doing more publicity about my business, about being a Black woman who is farming. People want to do articles and things like that, and that all that stuff is really cool. But like, because I've never received so much attention before. But at the same time, like I'm trying really hard to like stay focused on the main thing. Like it's cool to talk about it, but I just want like people to see me do it. I don't like to talk and not do. So I prefer, I was actually considering not responding to any of those emails because I feel like I need to be in a place where I am really preparing myself for what's to come and talking about it and take some, sometimes you just gotta be quiet and be still. And I just feel like that more and more here lately, that's what it's like. Just get yourself together, focus on what's to come, focus on the mission, and all this other stuff will come back around. You don't have to talk to everybody about everything. And it's really nice that they're reaching out, but there's a lot of people I don't know, a lot of people I don't know, a lot of people but and I'm grateful. But yeah, I'm trying to like stay focused. Um, yeah, yeah. And no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. So anyway, I'm just yapping on. What else do y'all do? Y'all haven't really shared. What else do y'all do to get ready for the spring? Anybody else in zone 6B, zone 7A? If you haven't already, tell people in the chat where you are. If you want to put your state, you can, but put your hardiness zone. They may reach out and connect, get some ideas from you, steal some ideas. I do that all the time. I've come up with very few things in my garden. I've learned so much from y'all. Oh my gosh, I've learned so much. Woo. Yeah, yeah. You're right, Best Yet. Oh, Best Yet, thank you for my I thought I brought it over here. Dang, I left it over there. My tin of it. I can't remember what it was now. Was it shea butter that you sent me? Thank you, Best Yet. I did get it. I got it in the mail. When it came, I was like, "What in the world?" And it was kind of beat up. It was beat up, honey. But I got it, and I thank you so much for it. Um, let's see. I haven't used it yet though. I gotta be careful. I'm allergic to almonds, and apparently even almond infused anything like I can have a breakout in a rash. I was like, oh my god, when did this? I drank. My husband and I switched from whole milk to skim milk when we were still in college. We had got married and we decided that we no longer wanted to drink whole milk. We went to skim milk. Probably 2 years later, we decided to go to almond milk. So most of our marriage, we have been drinking almond milk, and I've been allergic all this time and didn't know. I've never had a horrible allergic reaction, obviously, but man, I'm like, dang. And I love almonds. I love eating almonds. Can't do it. Complete reaction now. And I did start. I think there's just a lot of things going on. Your health just goes up and down and gets wacky as you get older. And I've had a lot of gut issues, like just a lot of gut health issues that I'm trying to figure it out. And so I think that has a lot to do with allergies coming on all of a sudden because I've never had issues with allergies. But all of a sudden I have issues now, taking medicine every day. And apparently it can be related to gut health, and liver health and all this other stuff. So, you just got to figure it out. How much are you charging to set up these beds? How much am I charging who to set up beds? Joe ain't getting paid nothing. I'm growing his child right now. That's what he get paid. Rescue Ready. Hi, what's going on? I email you what's in it. I think almond oil is in it. Ah, dang. Okay. But thank you for that. Thank you for that. I can gift it. I mean, I can gift it out. Or my daughter can use it. She's not allergic. She loves using shea butter, anything. She just absolutely loves it. We can test it out on her little skin and see if it works. I use it in her hair sometimes too. So, but no, I need you to set mine up. Ha! Girl, I wish I would come to Texas right now. Y'all don't know how to keep a mask on y'all face. and I'm willing to pay. And you know what? And that's been my little mantra here lately. I'm willing to pay you. I now don't get crazy with it, but I just need the help right now. I just need the help. So I'm and pay me can mean anything. Like it doesn't always mean money. I kind of talked about bartering a while ago. Mm. Service for service. Start there. Goods for goods. Favors for favors. I don't know. I mean, not those favors, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, in Zone 6B, it's cold. Anybody set up um what are they called? Hoop houses with like PVC pipe or metal frames or caterpillar tunnels? Anybody do any of that stuff? Anybody get a new high tunnel this year? Gosh, I want all of that stuff, y'all. I gotta slow down. I gotta slow down. I do something strange for change. Stop it, girl. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'm renting a high tunnel this year. Yeah, nice. And if you don't, I mean, it might be close to you, but there are several places that I've learned that have half tunnels, and they're not being utilized and haven't been utilized for a long time, and they will let you use them for free. So if you're interested in any of those, let me know, and text me and remind me to tell you about that company I bought that compost from. Um, you need to put up your greenhouse, so you got a new one. Because I knew you had a little one, but you bought a new one. I think I'm gonna buy another one. I think I'm gonna buy another one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because really, I wanted a 24, like a 16 by 24 foot high tunnel. That's what I applied for through the High Tunnel Initiative program. And y'all might have one of those in your state. You should Google High Tunnel Initiative program or free high tunnel program and then your state. Because most states have them and it's through the USDA, but they're giving away free high tunnels. You have to apply, you have to obtain a farm number, but that stuff is free. Like I didn't have to pay anything to do that. So, but yeah, you can rent them. People have high tunnels. Honey, if you're driving and you see a high tunnel, stop and see if somebody's there. See if there's a sign with their contact information. Ask them if you can use it. They don't mind. Most people don't mind, especially if you're renting, and the rent isn't that bad. Most of the time. Now, if it's a heated high tunnel, the rent is going to be a little bit higher. That's what I'm finding out. And I get it because they're using their electricity and all that other stuff to rent. There's people paying not in Louisville where I'm at, but another city in Kentucky. I think that's the first time I've ever said where I'm from. And all this time. Or where I'm at. I'm not from here. But girl, they paying for a square foot of space $300 and some a month for this company to house their tropical plants. I said, I'm in the wrong business. I just need to have a few high tunnels and rent the space out and get people to pay me for keeping their plants during the winter time. That blew my mind. Blew my mind. And I'm going to do low tunnels. Okay, great. Girl, the little one is in real bad shape. I have an old shower curtain wrapped around it. Yes, the shower curtain. Hey, it works. The shower curtain sure does work. I've used the shower curtain before. It works. Trash bags. Girl, I've put trash bags over my pots before. It works just fine. Yep. Not black ones, the white ones, right? Who ranging? Who ranging me? My mother. Hold on, mama. Let me call you back. Um, let's see. Looking for community resources for mulch and compost. Made a few greenhouse shelves. I need the greenhouse shelves, Candy. What you said. I need to find somebody that can do that for me. Um, and the community resources, like I said, just Google. I mean, I did a video, a live, I think a few videos ago, talking about resources. So, and I did one last year too, talking about free resources. But there are tons and tons of them out there. Look, but the main ones that will kind of give you hints about everything else, I felt like was my cooperative extension office, and then the soil and water conservation district that you're in may have some good resources. Any of the local universities that have ag programs, I mean, all you got to do is email somebody. Urban ag coalitions or ag groups in your city. Just Google ag groups in Tennessee or wherever you are. Okay, but stuff will start to pop up. But the extension office, I would definitely start there. I would definitely start there. Um, would you consider? 1 minute, let me go up just a bit. If I find a decent heated one, I would consider moving my micros to it. You wore a sweatshirt one time, but I won't tell that. I did, but I don't think I've ever said it out of my mouth before. Yeah, I did wear a sweatshirt one time, and they will put on your property. Yes, the hot tunnel, the free hot tunnel. They sure will, and they'll set it up for free. The program pays for all of that. So the people that come and install it for you, and it is considered a temporary structure. Um, yeah. The only rule that I heard was that they want you to grow in ground in the high tunnel for at least 4 years. I think that's the only stipulation. But yeah, for free. Yep. Um, Diva posted thank you, Diva, a link to the NRCS. But if you're in, and that's another group, some counties have their own NRCS groups, or yeah, in like an office coming out of the extension office. So all these groups, y'all. Um, y'all should just Google and see if there's something like it in your state, in your area. Um, I want to own it too. No, you don't rent the high tunnel. Once it's there, it's yours. You just have to have a farm number. So you have to apply. That's part of the application process. You have to apply for a farm number, and then if they issue the high tunnels, and you're one of those that they're going to give it to, because I mean, bunches of people can, like, I don't know how many people applied last year for the high tunnel, but they only gave out 3, and that's the lowest number that they've ever done, I think, in Kentucky. So and I'm not sure why, but they get to pick and choose how many they're going to give out. Maybe they were low on funding, I don't know. But once they're there on your property, they're yours. They're yours. Okay, so Diva said a year, but in my contract it said 4 years. The shelves are from IKEA. Okay, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Um, what else do y'all do to get ready for the spring other than prepping your beds? You okay?
Yeah,
Clumsy like your mama.
that's what Dad always says.
Because it's true. Um, I'm trying to think. And then I try to rest, y'all. Like, get as much as this work does. I love to try to get everything that I possibly can, get it done in the fall season so I can have the winter, like 2 months to rest. right? I can't believe February is almost here. Can you not believe that? But that's cool. I'm excited. I love planting seeds. Oh God, I love it. Woo! It's just nothing like it. Gardening has really, my mental health has changed drastically. Not only because of COVID, but when the gardening season stops, I always experience a little funky shift. Because the garden is really my it really is a huge coping skill for me. Um, and but anyway, I mean I have others, but the garden is just, yeah, it's it's so dope. It helps me a lot. Um, you sketch your garden plans? Yeah, I did that up until this year. I'm not sketching nothing this year. I narrowed my crop number down though. I told you I was only growing 8 crops instead of 24. Or I might have grew 8 but had 24 different varieties, or 4 varieties or 5 varieties of each crop. Like it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Doing too much. Have you read Being Together's book on beekeeping? Yes. Congratulations for getting that. Yes, there's a little 14-year-old boy. He might be 15 now. I forget how old he is, 14 or 15, but African American male in the west end of our city that is a beekeeper. And he's been all over the news. He's been on Good Morning America. He's been on, just all these different platforms, and he is incredible. I met him, bought some products, posted it. People were buying, asking me questions. I got a great relationship, a working professional, great relationship with his mom, and he's just an incredible kid. Wrote a book too to talk about how beekeeping has really helped his mental health um, through several transitions that he's had in his young life already. But I'm so proud of him. He's just, oh my gosh, so proud of him. So proud of him. But yes, he's Keith is one sharp, one sharp. What are you doing? Yeah, refrigerator. Oh, Christy Lewis, hi, hi. How are you from Mississippi? Hello. Um, yes, girl, we all learning, honey. Best yet, girl, don't stop learning. That's what I say. Don't stop learning. Mm-mm. We got to. We got to. Oh, if you post links, the mods will take them down. Chris, it's one of those things. Let's see. Um, she said she was just looking, and then told me to wait a minute. That's what she told me. I don't have the energy today. But all right, y'all. I mean, goodness, I've been out here forever. Gosh, the time just flies. It doesn't even feel like it. So anyway, get those seed catalogs, purchase those things. People are going. This year's probably the most, because I've been harping and harping and harping about the Dollar Tree. Okay, I told everybody, don't sleep
Hi.
on the Dollar Tree, okay? Because Dollar Tree got some stuff going on. But seed packets for $4 gardening supplies that you think that might break in 2 days after you use it, but they actually last pretty well. And so don't sleep on the Dollar Tree. But this year is probably the most I've ever seen people post videos on Dollar Tree hauls. It's incredible. So get your seed catalogs, get your or your seeds purchased. Okay, you shouldn't already got the catalogs. Get your seeds purchased. Any other gardening supplies that you need, work them garden plans out, your garden designs, whatever it takes. Just get ready because the season's coming. I'm excited about it. See, Rescue Ready says, I listen to my morning affirmations and garden and just look at what needs to be done. Yes. And just walking out there. Oh, I miss that. Just walking out there and just looking at everything, checking it out. And it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a task. The only time it feels like a task is when it's real, real hot. When it's like scorching hot and it's unbearable, and that's when it feels like a task. Like you just don't want to do it, a chore. But I love just going out and looking at my plants. I just
That was
yeah.
in my dream.
Yeah. She's been dreaming about plants here lately.
I dreamed about. This is what I dreamt about. So
Yeah, get them now. Get them now. So,
I
baby, they're not gonna understand because they don't know what you're talking about when you're talking about the noodles. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell that story. Girl, no. I'm about to leave. Come here and tell the people back. Tell the people back. Let's see. Christy says she's catching up on people's videos. Me too. Because I was MIA for a little bit. Yep, I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to. What crop do you want to grow this year? What's your favorite thing to grow in the garden?
Me?
Yeah. What's your favorite crop? I'm just telling them what I think you're gonna say.
Broccoli and carrots.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Boo. We don't even grow broccoli. That's one thing I have not gotten. Broccoli makes me mad. So does cauliflower. I don't know what it is. I just that and squashes.
Cabbage.
No, you don't.
I love cabbage.
You might love it, but we don't really grow. You don't grow it enough to be one. Well, okay. What crop do you like to harvest the most?
Cherry tomatoes.
Cherry tomatoes. That's what I thought. Okay, I just asked the wrong question. Yeah, she'll go out and pick all my daggone tomatoes off. I got one cattle panel for her. All 16 feet is hers. And then I bought two more. Like cattle panels. That feels good, baby. I bought two more cattle panel trellis. Actually, I didn't buy them. I take that back. Somebody gave them to me. But they're 16 footers. Actually, they gave me 3. One is already up and I arched it, but the other 2 I'm gonna do, I think, just straight out like I did the one. And but 16 feet is hers, and other 32 feet are gonna be mine to grow for clients. But yeah, she loves her cherry tomatoes. Why, child? Why?
Can I massage you?
I don't need that a massage like that. Girl, get in for you, folks. Let's see. Hold on. Basically, give my baby some bok choy. Yeah, she can eat. She really does love to eat all that stuff. She can eat it. And she loves to try stuff raw before we put, all the seasons and stuff on it. You are so silly. Okay, girl. Candy says, good afternoon, everyone. Got to get back to work. Okay, me too. Well, I don't have to get back to work, but I'm about to let y'all go. Girl, you done messed my hair up. The little hair that I got left. Let's see. Hold on. Child. I know. This is how she treat me. Quit, girl. Quit. That hurts. She's a good girl, y'all, but sometimes y'all know how they is. Y'all know how these children are. You know how these children are. All right, y'all. We're going to get off of here. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. And we'll holler at you.
In the fridge, eating this one taste of marshmallow.
Marshmallow in the fridge? Ain't no marshmallows in the fridge.
What kind of stuff is that again, Mom?
Oh, the marshmallow cream. Girl, bye, y'all. Let me get this girl. I'll holler at y'all later. Yeah, don't try to run. Don't try to. You better get back here. She gonna try to run away from me. Get back here.